good that y'all back again. Ghetto Gospel. Once again, Winner's Wisdom. Back with another message for a good old Sunday. And today, talking about detachment. Detachment. Learning how to separate ourselves from things. Not becoming attached to nothing or no one. Nothing or no one that can take you away from your plan, from your purpose, from God's will for your life, from whatever you have to do to accomplish. Detachment. Don't let no one take you away from what you have to accomplish. No one. This is what we're talking about today, right? Perfect example. It happened 3 times in the Bible where people was telling Jesus like, hey, Jesus, your mother and your brother outside waiting on you. They want to see you. You know what I mean? They outside waiting on you. Now, why did they use the mother and brother as this example? Well, they used the mother and brother for the example because to let us know it can go that far till you have to detach yourself for the sake of God's will, your mother and brother. So, in the example, Jesus was like, whoever does my Father's will is my mother and my brother. Now, he wasn't disowning his mother and brother. He wasn't saying he don't love them. He was saying, when it comes to my mother and brother, or God, my will, my purpose, my goals, my ambitions, my life, my spirit, I'm always choosing that over the things I'm attached to. So when it comes down to God, I'm detaching myself. You see what I'm saying? From whatever I had to detach myself from to get to where I'm going or to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. See what I mean? The devil will use the people closest to you or the things closer to you that you had the most attachment to get you. To get you to feel sorry and to go against your plan, God's will, your purpose, right? We see it in the movies all the time. All the time when someone kidnaps someone's child and hold them for ransom, or we don't play about our women. You know what I'm saying? Nigga take his wife, kidnap her, his wife on the other side of the phone, baby, help. The nigga, you know what I'm saying? Cause the devil pull at your weak links inside your life, your weaknesses inside your life. The devil pull at them. Like I say in the movies, it's always the movies where nigga so tough, he on point. But this life is chess, not checkers. You can be tough, but your weakness is what the person gonna try you on in these movies. That's what the dudes try them on. They get their weakness, whether it's their daughter, their son, or their woman. And the most likely it's gonna be their woman in a lot of these movies, and life in general. Kidnap your woman, hold her for ransom, whatever. Telling you gonna kill your woman if you don't come up with a certain amount of money. All that, right? The things you're attached to can be the thing that'll hold you back because you love them so much that you will put them before you put God, before you put your heart, before you put your will. We make excuses all the time. Oh, I'm gonna do that because that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my cousin, that's my best friend, my friend, my brother. We do this all the time. because we love these people. And granted, sometimes us not being perfect will go against the grain, right? But detach. We have to learn to detach. Don't be attached to where you allow somebody you love to hurt your life, to hurt your peace, to hurt God's will for your life, right? It was this movie, I think this gangster movie called The Heat. The dude said, and I'm paraphrasing, if you're not ready to walk away from something in 10 seconds or 30 seconds, don't do it. Don't be a part of it. If you don't love whatever you're doing that much that you're willing to walk away from your woman or something, don't do it. If it's you and your woman and purpose calls, holla at you, baby. You gotta be that dedicated. And that's what that movie was saying. If you're not willing to walk away from something within 10 30 seconds or less, that can be your downfall. That can be your downfall. Right? Matthew 12, 46 through 30. Let me go ahead and read this verse. Right? And this was one of the other verses, you know what I mean, of situations with God having to detach himself and let people know, I'm not attached to my mama, brother, nobody, if it's not part of God's will. So Matthew 12, 46 through 50, right? While Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brother stood outside, wanting to speak to him. Someone told him, your mother and brothers are standing outside, wanting to speak to you. He replied to him, who is my mother and who are my brothers? Pointing to the disciples, he said, here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother. So he had to set them straight and let them know, whoever is a part of my purpose, part of my will, part of God's will for my life, that's who my mother and brother is. That's what I'm attached to. So if they're not part of my will, my purpose, I can't be attached to them. Because somewhere down the line, we're going to have to disconnect if our will is not in correlation to each other. Because God may tell me to veer off to this way. I'm going to have to leave. See what I'm saying? We're not fighting the same cause. I'm going to have to detach from you. You have to know when to detach and don't become attached. Detach. Detach. God want to know how loyal you is to him outside of your people you love. That's why in Genesis 2 through 19, God tested Abraham. When he told Abraham to sacrifice his son, Abraham was about to do it too for God. But God said, no. The angel said, no, don't do it. He was testing Abraham. Yep. Gotta put your purpose over your pain. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt walking away. But God come first, don't get attached to nothing. Nothing. Detach. I went through something today and I felt the pain of the person I was going through with, right? I felt the pain of the person I was going through with it. It wasn't my problem. But I made it my problem because this is a person I love and they have a problem. And what I realized is we have to detach from other people's problems. This goes for, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna give this a perfect example for parents, right? You done all you can do with your kids. Don't attach yourself to their problems or what they doing in their life negatively. Don't attach yourself to that. You raised them right, you told them right. Don't put the weight of their problems on yourself. You gotta detach from them and let them lay in the bed they make, and don't get stressed or depressed, and don't feel bad for not being attached to what happens or the outcome of the decision they decide to make. And it's deeper than, I'm saying this for parents, 'cause I know a lot of parents love their kids so much that parents get stressed out over their kids' problems. And I'm saying once they're grown, don't get stressed out. Stop getting stressed out over your kids' problems once they're grown. Once they're grown, don't get stressed out over their problems. And this goes for you, to your friends, to your sister, to your mama, to your daddy, to your brother, to whoever. Don't get stressed out over somebody you love problems. Don't put their problems on you. It's gonna hurt you. Somebody in your life that you love gonna always have problems, but you can't put the weight of their problems on you. And don't feel bad about not doing it. Don't feel bad about being in peace of not caring. And it's not like you're not actually caring, you're just not letting it affect you. You're not letting it affect you. I felt the weight of someone else's problems on me today. I felt it and I was like, man, I can't attach myself to that. That's not even a problem I created. I didn't even know the problem existed to the day. And I internalized it. Internalized it on myself. I internalized it on myself. You see what I mean? I internalized it on myself. Don't internalize other people's problems that don't have nothing to do with you. Your problems are already enough. Don't internalize other people's problems. Detach from their problems. Detach from their problems too. Real. Don't get attached to your kids. Don't get attached to nobody. Nobody. You're not God. You can't save. You're not able to save them. Last thing. Don't even get attached to your opinion. Don't even get attached to what you know. Don't get attached to what you think you know. Don't get attached to facts. Now you get attached to facts, but don't even get attached to your own knowledge. I said don't get attached to your own knowledge. Don't get attached to your truth, your wisdom, the way you think, your perspective. Don't get attached to none of that. Because you occur too much when people don't believe what you believe or agree with what you agree with. Don't even get attached to how you see life. Be led by the Spirit. Because you get attached to how you see life. When people don't listen to your advice, your wisdom, your knowledge, and it'll hurt you because you're attached to how you see the world and how you think they should see it too. And when they don't listen, and you always trying to fight to get them to see something from your perspective, understand, you're not God. Don't even get attached to how you think. When Jesus was teaching people, telling people he's this, he's that, or not he's this, he's that, but telling people the truth and spreading the gospel, he didn't get attached to how people perceive what he was saying is true, right or wrong. He looked at it like, hey, I'm doing my job, the God put in my spirit and my heart, and I'm telling the world the truth. That's all we can do. I'm not attached to my wisdom, what I know, what I think I know about God, about the Bible. I'm not attached to that. The people I can help, thank God. The people who don't listen to nothing I say, thank them too. I'm not attached to none of that. God said I didn't come to condemn the world but fulfill the law. We can only fulfill the law by how we live. Whether people look, whether people agree with it or not, that's not our job to condemn them or to make them believe. Don't care. Do your part. So don't get attached to your truth, your perspective, your opinion, or nothing. So don't get attached to none of your family members, friends, loved ones, none of them. Don't get attached to people's problems. And don't even get attached to how you see the world. Things change every day, and you just be led by the Spirit. Focus on detaching yourself. Care about things, but when it's time to walk away, have the strength and care to walk away. For real. Love y'all.